This side of the internet was not meant for the public to watch. Viewer discretion is advised. The person you are now, you will not be after this video.
Theory Jeffrey Epstein is still alive, right?
Yes.
Yo, they found out he's still alive through Fortnite.
I've seen that one.
That's crazy. So in the files, they actually found what his Fortnite account is. And you know what it is?
Littlest Jeff.
Littlest Jeff.
What?
So Jeffrey Epstein, he supposedly died before 2017, and he actually has logs on that account on Fortnite with wins dating as late as 2025.
Yeah, that was chapter 5 season 1. And chapter 5, that's recent. Quote me if I'm wrong. I think we're in chapter 6 right now. So chapter 5 was probably like,
yeah, this is last year, 2025.
yeah.
What's even crazier too, he actually bought V-Bucks. He's playing, bro.
McDonald's isn't just fast food. It's something much bigger. And most people never question it. Look at the golden arches. They say it's just an M, but symbols like that don't just happen by accident. This isn't just a restaurant. It's everywhere. Every city, every country, almost like it was designed to reach everyone. They tell you it's 100% beef, but millions of burgers every single day. And you never see where any of it comes from. There's a process behind it. Mass production, closed facilities, things you were never meant to see. And then there's the formula: salt, sugar, fat, engineered perfectly to keep you coming back. It's not just food, it's habit, routine, something built into your life without you realizing it. And by the time you notice, it's already too late, because you've been eating it your whole life.
The Warrens Occult Museum holds many famous haunted objects, but these are some of the lesser known objects in their collection. The toy dinosaur. This small toy was linked to the notorious possession of David Glatzel, which inspired The Conjuring 3. The Warrens said it seemed alive, often appearing in different places and even levitating. They also claimed it told the family, "You're all going to die." The pearl necklace. This delicate string of pearls looks harmless, but the Warrens said it carried dark energy. Its last owner claimed it tightened around her neck at night, leaving red marks as if invisible hands were trying to strangle her. The vampire's coffin. An old European coffin rumored to have held a modern-day vampire's body. I couldn't find too much information on this one, so if you know the story, please leave it in the comments. But the thought of a vampire is wild. The human skull for black magic. Taken from a grave desecrated by occult practitioners, this skull was used in black magic. Investigators felt violent headaches and a heavy sense of being watched whenever they were near it.
Have y'all seen this video that was recovered in the Jeffrey Epstein files? So many people are pointing out this figure standing in this doorway behind him in this video. It's a tall humanoid-like figure with a very large head. What's really creeping people out about this is the fact that it is not like a statue or anything like that. It moves at the end of the video, but it looks just like an alien gray. Large head, dark almond-shaped eyes. It almost even looks like it has gray skin. Now this thing stands in the doorway and watches him. This video is slowed down, so it's only there for a few seconds, but then it turns and walks away and you can get more of the shape of the head. And with everything that they found in these files, I wouldn't be surprised if this is an alien. Other people are saying that it could be a demon, but one thing I know for sure is if it does come out that this is an alien, I don't think anybody would be surprised. After everything else that has been uncovered in the—
Bro, did you see the emails where he would reply about certain cases? He would say whoops, just whoops.
What do you mean certain cases?
I'll explain it to you. So the word whoops actually shows up in 316 emails. So one email states, she said that she felt God's presence next to her when she was in bed. She knows that Jesus watches over her. Whoops. So in this case, he's referring to the sexual abuse or death of a young girl. And another case is the death of Robert F. Kennedy's estranged wife after she tragically hung herself in 2012. What'd he say? Whoops.
Wait, so he's basically saying whoops. Oh, just like whoops, who cares to all these events?
Yes. There was another case where someone had actually lied to him and some recipient. The recipient actually told Epstein, you have permission to kill this person. You know what he says? Whoops. So yeah, this theory of whoops is definitely just a word of like,
It's not giving a fuck.
either kill that person, do this to that person.
Take a look at this video and let me know if you notice any striking similarities between the public education system and literal prison. The resemblance is uncanny. Artificial lights, artificial materials, bells to tell you to go in and out, raise your hand, ask to leave, in a cage, I get it. But still, what is with that? I think the optimal school classroom is outside. I don't think young people should be, like myself was, under artificial lights, which, by the way, artificial lights shortens the lifespan of fruit flies and chickens by about 50%. It also makes them more agitated, at least the chickens, and the hens laid less eggs under artificial light as well. And then there's another study that shows when you're surrounded by artificial materials, I'll find the source on this, but they basically tested the heart rates of students in classrooms with, plastic tables, metal chairs and all that versus outside or something. And they had thousands of more heartbeats per day inside or surrounded by artificial materials. So it is a silent stressor on our system. Now, let me know what you guys think. Is it possible we could improve the way the education system works? Or is that just too far out? Also, what's with the slop we get fed? In Japan, they got homemade broths, everything handmade from scratch. Where I went to high school, it was frozen pizza and frozen French fries. Those are the two basically things you could buy. And they were expensive too. It wasn't so cheap. It should have been organic. And I do wish RFK would do more organic stuff. So far, what did we do? Did we even ban fluoride yet? I mean, come on. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And just know the best days are ahead. The brightest days are ahead. And follow for more.
Also found Jeffrey Epstein's Minecraft account.
What?
Yeah, they found that he was actually a Minecraft YouTuber. It's always the Minecraft YouTubers that are doing
What?
this, eh?
I did not know about
Yeah,
that.
they found an email in the files from YouTube.
Yeah.
It's replying about a comment that he commented on a Markiplier video.
What?
Yeah, so they looked at the channel. Channel's called Guns Ablazing 7378. What makes it so sus is his Minecraft videos, he didn't actually use a voiceover or narration or anything.
Okay.
But the Minecraft skin Gavin is very Jeffrey Epstein. And it's very sick. Look, it is.
No.
And look how it's dressed.
Oh no.
Yeah, bro.
What the?
Messed up.
See, I
man.
thought I knew about the Fortnite, but I'm like, Minecraft too?
Jeffrey Epstein had a fake passport. It was found in his safe in January 2019 when the FBI raided Epstein's home. They drilled a hole into his safe and they found a fake passport that was issued in 1982, expired in 1987. So that's right during Iran-Contra.
Very interesting.
And it listed the residence of Saudi Arabia, right where Adnan Khashoggi was. It had Epstein's photo, but a fake name. And it had 4 stamps on the passport showing that he went in and out of Saudi Arabia, went in and out of, I think it was the UK and a couple other countries. 4 times. I mean, this fake passport was so good in the 1980s that he was able to travel pretty much freely under a fake name internationally.
There was a documented photo of Jeffrey Epstein that was time-stamped in 1997. That was 1 year after John Benet Ramsey was found dead. What that means is you see the color of his hair. That color of his hair matches the picture that was redacted that was hanging on his wall in his office. And in that picture, he's holding a girl. And that face is redacted. But if you look, you'll see that that girl has on one of the jumpers that was of John Benet's choice. Now you're thinking, okay, that might be true. They're both wearing jumpers, but this is what stamps this right here. There was a picture that was snuck inside of his office that had a picture of that side of the wall at an angle. And you can see that the girl's face is now unredacted at this angle. And guess who that girl is? John Benet Ramsey. The beauty pageant she was attending had ties with the Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell system they were running. There's been anonymous tips that Ghislaine Maxwell would befriend all of the mothers of the children, the families of the children. And proof of that is there's a picture of John Benet Ramsey. And in the picture, you see Ghislaine Maxwell's side profile right behind her. This was at one of the parties.
Let's take a quick pause. If you're still watching this, it means a lot. While you're here, leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
What the flip do you mean it escaped? Brother, you've doomed us all. You have single-handedly ended humanity. So for those who don't know what this man has done, this man Citra is creating a 10-foot animatronic. Not just any regular animatronic. Brother, he's waterproof, fireproof, bulletproof, can crouch, hide, and he wants it to think like a human. And it's supposed to look like this. Why are you making this? What is your end goal? And by the way, there has not been any updates for 3 days. And the last update we get is this. Because what the flip do you mean? This thing has escaped. If I see a 10-foot tall metal robot with a face like that, the only option I have is to sacrifice myself. What I genuinely don't understand is we have made multiple games about this. And you could have made anything. Or you could have just made a statue, a flipping flying car, the cure to cancer. But no, you want to make a 10-foot tall robot that is nothing but a threat to humanity. And it's indestructible, by the way. And then it's somehow escaped. I wonder why it's escaped. And the CIA, the FBI, the military, the army, nobody has been notified of this. There's just a random crazy robot roaming the earth. And no one's getting stressed out.
Could you tell there is something deeply wrong with this photo? Discovered inside a hidden lockbox after her grandfather passed away. And the woman who found it, Regina George, she's staring at the image, wondering the same thing you are. There's something just off about this picture. This next part is where I pooped my pants. At first, she was almost certain this showed the staircase of her family home, but she couldn't quite understand what this thing was in the middle until she enhanced the photo. Hauntingly clear image of what looks like a woman dragging herself up those stairs. Regina handed the photo to the police, and it took them 6 months, but the experts say this was most likely evidence of a woman that was held captive and tortured. With her grandfather already passed, no one would ever know who she was or what happened to her.
This is why exploring haunted places alone at night is never a good idea.
Look at this place, dude. Hello? Oh, this is the scariest place I've been to yet. Wow! Really? What was that? Did you hear that? So down here is where people have reported seeing a shape-shifting entity. Dude, I thought it heard a growling sound. Yo. Yeah, I'm out of this basement. I'm out.
Now the video itself feels unsettling. Question is, can you be brave as the guy in the video? Let me know and follow for more mysterious videos.
So this is Heber Down Conservation Area, and it has one of Whitby's most chilling urban legends. Hikers, cyclists, everyone in the city has all reported the same thing. A woman in white standing between the trees watching silently. So according to the local legend, a young woman died tragically right here. Some say she drowned, others say she fell from the ravine crossing at night. Yo, look what what this shit is called. I'm gonna lie, it's called Devil's Den Trail. You see that? We're gonna go right over here. That is also a haunted place where they say they see the white lady at night. Look at this, look at this, look. The fucking piss of Doomerson. In the Philippines, if you pee here, you gotta say tabi tabi po, or else the woman is gonna come after you, you know what I mean? People claim that after the sunset a figure appears, a woman wearing a long white dress standing completely still. So people say that she never speaks. Some people say she vanishes when approached. So they say even locals around here avoid the trails at night. So don't turn around because some people say that she only appears once.
This celebrity sold her soul and now she wants it back.
I want to tell you I apologize and I'm sorry for what I'm about to say, but as far as this music stuff, I won't be doing this music stuff anymore. I started this because this was my dream, and you know, I wanted to make sure I could get me and my kids out the hood. It's always been my passion to rap. A while ago, I had signed a contract and I didn't know nothing about the business or this game out here. And just like, you know, I'm realizing that I signed my soul. I sold my soul to the devil. I signed myself to the devil. I don't even own myself no more. I sold my soul to the motherfucking devil, and I done prayed. I prayed, and I prayed, and I prayed. You know, and it's just like, I don't know if God can get me out of this, you know, and it's just like to the point where I don't even know, like, I I just want to say I'm sorry to my fans. I know y'all love me. I know y'all believe in me, but I can't.
Okay, I have a personality test I want to try on you.
bet.
There's this picture. Depending on which girl you find attractive the most, will tell me so much about your personality.
Okay.
So this is the picture. Each one corresponds to a different personality trait that you have.
What I found most attractive here?
Just point.
This one.
Interesting.
Yeah, the first one that caught
Really?
my eye.
Actually?
Yeah.
Yo, this is so accurate because I tried it on other people and it makes so much sense.
Wait.
Which one do you think I picked?
This one?
Yeah, I picked D. So you picked A.
Yeah, A.
If you picked A, you're more likely to like girls that are more introverted, shy, less confrontational, and overall more agreeable.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So if you chose B, you're more likely to go after girls that are more bold, confident, and determined. So C is you like people who are relaxed, easygoing, and open-minded. And then D, the one I picked, you like people that are determined, decisive, hardworking, and overall persistent.
Oh my gosh.
It's very accurate.
That's
no?
accurate.
So there's certain elements to a face that kind of bring out character. It manifests who you become.
Watch this. So the dog was seeing something the owner couldn't. They always say animals have more senses, but what do you think? Let me know and follow for more mysterious videos. Watch this.
I just heard a whole bunch of kids laughing, bro. You hear that shit? What the fuck? Bro, I'm in the mall by myself.
So this security guard has the worst night shift job. No amount of money would make me work there. Not after that children laughing shit.
There's a person right there. In a red shirt. Right in front of me. Right there, y'all see him. There's a person right there. What the fuck going on? He just standing there.
And what if it's an intruder? It could be more dangerous than a ghost. What do you think? And follow for more mysterious videos.
Bro.
This seemingly normal photo was taken at a wedding reception. It's a live photo from an iPhone. All the guests are gathered around the table, but there's one extra guest at the end of the table that nobody knew was there. A terrifyingly chilling face is sitting at the very end. It even looks like it's wearing a black puffer jacket, and it looks like it's moving in the live photo. Now, the person who took this photo said there was nobody sitting on that end of the table. They have no idea what this is, and they are creeped out by this, as they should be. This thing is just sitting in the back next to a wall, staring at the person taking this photo. It's very large, dark eyes. Its mouth is turned into a frown. And like I said, at one point you can actually see it move, so it's not just like something piled up right there. It's some sort of being. It makes you wonder if this is some kind of omen for this couple that's getting married. What do you guys think this is? And why did it decide to join this dinner party at this wedding?
Michael Jackson might be one of the most misunderstood celebrities of all time. And the reason why is actually scary. Everyone heard the stories of Michael Jackson, the accusations, the headlines, the documentaries, and everybody remembers his home, the Neverland Ranch, a place built for kids to have fun and enjoy themselves. People saw this as like a weird thing to do, and I'm not gonna lie, I thought the same thing, because the media portrayed Michael Jackson as a bad guy, like a guy that likes to be around kids a little too much, if you know what I mean. And when I say everybody made fun of Michael Jackson, like everybody made fun of him. From Family Guy,
wow, it looks like Michael Jackson's coming right at me.
to like movies, he was like the media's punchline. What if I told you the media made us want us to think like that he was a bad person? What if that was all part of the plan? Because like recent news in the files that they found, they have discovered that Michael Jackson actually went to the island and helped kids escape from it to go to his Neverland Ranch. So that's what people are saying now. And I just want to say, if this is true, I just want to say sorry to Michael Jackson. I thought you were a bad guy, but like that's what the media portrayed you, bro. But now that we see the truth, good shit.
An 18-year-old British student, George Smythe, has vanished after entering the area surrounding Romania's famed Dracula's castle. George left the resort town of Poiana Brașov on the 23rd of November 2025, planning to hike alone toward Grand Castle in the Busegi Mountains. That evening, he called Romania's emergency hotline asking for help. He said he was exhausted, freezing, and had been forced to step inside the castle grounds to rest for a moment. It was the last time anyone heard from him.
This is a real headline. This is not fake. A teenager actually tried to hike through the Romanian mountains to Dracula's castle by himself in the middle of winter. I'm starting to think that some people's free will needs to be revoked at this point, because why would anyone think that's a good idea? And guess what? He's still missing. When emergency responders went to the location of the call, they found his belongings, but not him. That's creepy as shit. That's not helping with the whole vampire narrative. I really hope this kid isn't dead, but every day that passes and they don't find him, it just looks worse and worse. The case is still ongoing though, so we just gotta keep waiting. And I'm seeing way too many people saying, ooh, vampires did this. He was taken by vampires. Guys, it's Romania in the middle of winter. He was probably either attacked by wolves or bears or froze to death. But what if?
Guys, I love you all. Please don't do this in the middle of the night. It's really scary. It's 2:30 in the morning and someone's trying to get in, and it is. I know they can't get in, but it is still scary. I basically just sit here in silence until I feel like they've probably gone. Yeah.
I think there's someone in the Airbnb.
Oh my god.
Thing in here. And the only door into upstairs is locked. It was like that. Can you hear it? The fuck?
What happened to Kash Patel? Because no normal person does this at a press briefing when they know the cameras are rolling, unless they can't control themselves. This is not AI and has not been edited other than it's been zoomed in. Now, I wonder, when the FBI has been in existence for so long, do we really think this newly appointed, maybe early 40s, late 30s guy is running the show? He's the director of the FBI. Bro, this is controlled by the hidden hand and secret society. These folks we get to see on TV are nothing more than puppets. Puppets who exhibit strange tendencies for us all to wonder what the Sam Dam is going on behind closed doors. Now, I wonder if the FBI is interested in, the safety and prosperity and the, security of a nation. Do you think they'd be possibly investigating the companies that are producing the chemicals that cause infertility and basically sterilize the population, like glyphosate and atrazine? Yeah, I'm talking about the billions of pounds of glyphosate sprayed in North America, United States per year, which is shown to cause infertility, but it's still happening. Is that malevolence or incompetence? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and follow for more.
You ever randomly decide to check the vents in your house? Look at this. You see that? Yeah, let me zoom. The hell is that? It looks like it's a box of some sort. Oh man. There's another vent opening over that way, so it should be closer. I still don't know if I'm going to be able to get to it. The fuck is that? Yeah, I randomly decided to just start looking through the vents. I went through all the ones upstairs, and then I, gave up, and because I didn't find anything interesting or whatever. And then about 30 minutes later, I was sitting on the couch, and it occurred to me that there are vent covers down here in the basement. So I decided to have a look. So I guess I'm gonna try to get that out of there, and I guess we'll see what it is. Stay tuned.
Talk about the infamous Plainfield, Illinois house. So a lot of people in Plainfield, Illinois are very creeped out of this house because of the flashing lights. And I know a lot of people are gonna say like, yo, why are some flashing lights scary? Because if you translate it in Morse code, it translates to SOS. You guys don't know what that is? It means send help. So we might have a black phone in real life in Plainfield, Illinois. Guys, this house got so famous, it even went in the news. There's like police patrolling everywhere in this area. I have a feeling there's something fishy going on inside that house. Guys, I live in Illinois and I'm like 40 minutes away from this house. So like if this video blows up, I'll investigate the house.
If you ever get kidnapped, you do what Elizabeth Smart did because her last name was Smart for a reason. Also, hi, I'm Grace. Can I be your horror girlie? So they came in through her window, kidnapped her into the night. Her sister saw all of it. Then they took her to the forest nearby and he married her and she was 14. When they decided that they were going to leave town, she knew she was going to be if she didn't figure something out. This is from the Netflix documentary Kidnapped that came out earlier this week. So what does she do? She goes up to this homeless religious man who has trapped her. She says, you know, you're so great and you're so grand. I think God told me that we actually have to go back to Utah, but I'm a dumb, stupid little woman. She said this after she gained his trust. So she was like, you need to check with God to make sure I'm not just a dumb, stupid woman and see if that's really what God is telling us to do, since you're his prophet and you're his chosen one. And he was like, yeah, I know, I'm pretty great, and you are a dumb, stupid woman. So let me check with God now that we both trust each other. Let me check with God, and I'll let you know what God says. And then he comes back to her and he's like, you know, God actually did agree because things are not working out here. Let's go back to Utah. Thank you, Elizabeth. These are pictures from the campsite. But then that is how this girl was then later rescued and found. And thank God her parents were like, the police's advice, we're just gonna go public with the suspect sketch because at this point we have nothing to lose. Like, we have everything to gain. And so based on this sketch that came to the little sister's mind months later, and then all of the missing photos of Elizabeth, someone in a random area in Utah recognized them together. Because remember, she was also walking around with her little religious thing, and if the police came up to them, he would say she can't take it off because of her religion. But because they showed the picture to the public, someone then saw them, alerted the police, and then she was discovered and she was saved. All because she said, we gotta go back to Utah, and the parents released the pictures.
This is a photo sent in from Oakwood Cemetery in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Ghost in like a Victorian dress. Can you see it? The cemetery is so haunted that it's known around by locals as Hell's Gate. So I started playing around with the exposure and the lighting a little bit, and I got this thing. And at first I thought, okay, that's just like a headstone leaned against another headstone, but look at this. When I adjust the brilliance, it blacks out the tree and all the background, but this doesn't get blacked out. That's what made me look into it a little bit deeper, because why is it not getting blacked out if the rest of the tree is? Because it's not in the background, it's in the foreground. It's in front of those headstones. This headstone right here is leaned against this headstone right here, but you can see the body through here. This is in front of both headstones. It's in front of the two that's leaned, like one's leaned against a tree. This thing is in front of the tree. I was like, what's this over here? What's this? Then I got this dog looking thing, and then this cloaked figure right here. What is going on in this cemetery? See this? This is in front of these two. At first glance, I was like, this is not a ghost. But I thought, let me put some work into it, and yeah, it is.
Okay, so they bought a home that was over 200 years old, and they found a door underneath their staircase. I don't know what I would do if I saw that, but this is what they did.
You come down the stairs, then yeah, you be my model. And then under the stairs, we knocked it through. Don't make noises! And then you look through the hole. It is just a fucking staircase. A book and a door. Don't make noises. I have to fucking live here.
It's a, yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh,
we weren't going to. Well, it's gone.
Shine the light
What
down
the
there.
fuck?
Shine the light down there. Alright. Through even further.
How the fuck did you get through that hole?
With great difficulty.
I was gonna say.
Oh, you did. Right, let's go. Shut up, man. Okay. What you're saying?
Have you got a mask? Because you don't know what's down here.
I haven't got. Well, I've just been getting.
If you have a look, it goes down even further.
What, another staircase?
Yeah.
Shut up, man. What? What?
Oh, can you grab that one? Okay.
What?
It's as big as your flat down here.
Oh my god.
Let's talk about one of the scariest photos ever taken, and it's believed that this photo is of a demon. It was so scary, in fact, this man right here was at the time hiding his drug use from his family, saw the photo, and went into recovery. He used this photo as motivation, because if you look behind his head, there is something standing there, right over his shoulder. Joe and his wife Patty were attending their friend's 50th wedding anniversary when this photo was taken, and at the time, Joe was hiding from his entire family and friends that he was using drugs. Photos were developed, and everybody who saw it saw this dog-like creature standing behind Joe. It has a very terrifying grin, glowing yellow eyes, and it's looking directly at the camera. Patty described this thing as a demon, while Joe himself interpreted it in a different way, describing it as the evil that was inside of him, keeping something like this from his family. Whatever this thing is, a manifestation of an addiction or a literal demon lingering over this man's shoulder, it's absolutely terrifying. What would you do if you captured this in a photo? Let me know.
Okay, you need to genuinely ask yourself what the odds are that Kate Middleton, when presenting her newborn to the world, dresses up exactly like the actress in the movie Rosemary's Baby. But do you know what happened in the movie Rosemary's Baby? In this film, Rosemary is impregnated by a member of a satanic cult and gives birth to the Antichrist. And this is how this woman dresses up. Literally, look at the necklace, like it's identical. What are the odds of that? Now, if we're past that it's obviously 1 in a trillion, that this was like a whoopsie-daisy coincidence, what does this mean? Is this hiding something in plain sight? Are they sending a message? Is the message that they're in a satanic cult? I'm not sure about the Antichrist part of it. But to me, I don't know what other message you could get from this than they're telling you that they're in a satanic cult. If someone else has another idea, let me know in the comments below. It seems that the people in control or in influence of this world today are rebelling against the natural world. And that's why we're seeing all kinds of toxins and chemicals in the food, air, and water supply. It's a rebellion against the natural world, and it's a plan to weaken you.
There's something growing in Chernobyl. It's a black fungus. It's insane. This fungi is growing rapidly around anything that has radioactive material, and it's literally eating the radioactive material, absorbing it, and turning it into clean energy.
Hey!
So it's a good thing, as far as we know. Claudiosporium sapphirocerium.
Nailed it.
But it contains melanin, like in our skin.
Yeah.
We've never witnessed anything like this in nature. They're saying of how creepy it is. They actually call it the reactor shadow because it literally looks like a shadow coming from the reactor.
Just
but it's
pitch black.
Black fungi grows faster in higher radiation, repairs its own damage, DNA extremely well, and uses radiation for energy. So it's literally
Feeding itself.
Yeah. NASA is now using it for experiments for potentially shielding spacecraft with this black fungi.
Whoa. That's
Because
cool.
they've been testing it on the International Space Station, and it actually thrives in space.
No.
What?
Okay, that's weird.
This is like the literal plot to like Alien. I mean,
Yeah.
This is crazy.
But they're talking about lining astronaut suits with this black fungi.
What's it do when it mixes with people, though? I mean,
Yeah.
Last of Us.
And so they're speculating that this is actually an ancient fungi, and at some point on Earth, where there was a giant meteor that hit and it ruined the ozone, that this fungi actually was flourishing and actually brought the Earth back to its normal state because it absorbed all the radiation.
This fungi is flourishing.